Hello everyone, welcome to day 43 on my journey to $100,000 a month in e-commerce, e-com, whatever you want to call it. I'm realising that I'm a bit burnt, which I don't know how, because I only stepped outside once today, twice actually, but in the morning it was overcast, raining, windy, and I had a hat on. So, I don't know. Today, we didn't get as much time at the desk as I thought I would. Got sort of like pretty much 9 to 5, and then gym. Getting ready for dinner, watching a TV show, and then, for one episode, and then just about teleported, and it's 10:41. Spending too long doom scrolling. That's what it's come down to. So I think there's a lot of scenarios like that where I feel like I have to not succumb, not realize that I feel like I have to either overcome those kind of situations where I've got to have deep beliefs or deep vision and will in myself to be like, no, this is not getting me where I want to go. I'm getting sucked in by dopamine and I'm avoiding the work and I need to go and work and I need to tackle it head on. Otherwise, if I don't do that, and if I put systems in place, say like a proper app blocker, for instance, or I delete it, then I'm succumbing to the fact that I can't take control over myself. And that's, like the bitch way to do it, so I don't want to do it like that. But either way, currently it's my tactics aren't getting me to what I want to do and where I want to go, and that is do more work and get rid of the distractions. And so taking a step down from your ego and being like, all right, I'll just delete the apps, or it could be the same scenario with, say, like food, and you'll be like, okay, well, I'll move all my food to another fridge, or I'll stop buying that stuff, or I'll throw out all the existing stuff that's in the fridge and accept that it's okay because I don't have control yet. But this is where I currently am, and I have to make this mature, non-egotistical decision of like, no, I actually suck. I'm not as strong as I think I am, and therefore I've got to go down and sort of almost admit that kind of defeat, that you can't take that road and you have to do it another way. But it's fine because you get to avoiding those snacks or spending more time elsewhere and not putting all your energy into food or TikTok, Instagram Reels, that kind of thing. Otherwise, in terms of work today, I have been going about trying to get this advertorial page up. And in going through these SOPs that I've always gone through with Mark, I realise I'm getting a lot quicker at them. And the only extra time that it should take the sort of 1%, top 10% of advertorial writers, marketers, the time that they put into, their leverage in this whole process, because it's quite quick. You get your documents and your research done, you throw it into Claude spits it out, you throw it into a vibe coder like builder.io, and it builds it out. And you throw in a swipe and it gives you the structure, and then it's just like future AI generated images. Maybe you'll turn them into some videos, maybe you turn them into GIFs, upload them, sorted. That's your advertorial. The leverage on getting better and producing a better advertorial comes down to my chiefing ability and my editing skills. And if I have good skills and I have a lot of practice, I can do it a lot quicker and I can produce better. But if I say know a lot but haven't done much, then it's obviously going to take a bit longer for me to implement that and sort of chief an advertorial and edit it. So I need to do those two things, is learn more about copywriting and do more. Plain and simple. But for the time being, I shouldn't get my operations too muddled up and think, okay, I'll achieve this to the best of my ability, but then that's that, and we're going to move on. Because we've got to get this rep out, and we've got to learn from the rep. And I think a product launch really can be that quick. The thing that would take the longest is all the kind of boring stuff you've got to succumb to, as well as limitations by technology, and that's setting up your campaign, how quick you are doing that, setting up your Shopify PDP, editing your advertorial sales page, listicle, whatever, and reiterating from all that process if you have a good test, or if you get some data back and you want to do a relaunch. So I think, all that time that I've spent going through past documents and learning all about the product, couldn't really tell you shit about it now. And sure, some sections are highlighted, but who gives a shit? Like when I talk to ChatGPT or I talk to Claude and I'm producing a landing page, I'm producing an advertorial and I'm reading through it and I'm editing it kind of in real time and also based off their recommendations, that's when I can learn about the product a bit more. And then perhaps in that time where I have launched the product, then I can read over and learn a bit more and just use my time a bit more effectively compared with the resources I have available. Like Claude and ChatGPT can quite easily, if not already on default, tell you why they're writing things in a certain way or what their thoughts are on an existing sales page or in the existing ad, or how your ad can mimic a certain swipe of another ad. So I definitely can get a product test out in one day. It's not that hard. The rep isn't that hard. It's the learning and coming back from things financially as well. That's where the hard is. And I think I'll eventually learn to detach from everything and just let it rip and just fire away. So that's where we're at. That's where my thinking's at. I feel quite cool, and I've said this in the past, but I think the more I say it, sort of a bit higher of a level that clearness is. And yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I actually have a call in 10 minutes with my coach and I don't really know what to talk to him about just yet. So this is going to be interesting. But I realised also today that I definitely want to make the most of his way of e-commerce and advertising and marketing and how he found success, because I think it's a waste of his time and my time and his best learnings if I'm not taking those best learnings in, rather than him trying to learn or adjust to a way of selling that isn't what he's used to or isn't what he's good at. for instance, if it's a strategy that I'm going down. So, anywho, that's for today, 43, 44 tomorrow. Sleep well. Adios.